bear with me guys, I'm just having a look at a few things. I'm going to get cracking in just a moment, okay? Alright, let's get cracking then. What's going on, champs? Hope you guys are doing well. So thank you so much for actually, being on the show. Flipping out, man. There's already a bunch of us already here. How's it going, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. We got Hunt in the chat. We got Zennek. We got Nicholas. Yo, send my love to the missus, man. Hopefully they're thinking like everything goes well with the jeweler as well. Hoppy. We got Derry. We got Health Hustle. Fucking Yardy. Power 4. What's going on, brother? Morning, man. How's it going for you guys today? You already got unsubscribed twice over the last week. I don't know. I'm not too sure. You subscribed now, yeah? Shaq, walaikum salam, man. Flipping hell, man. Market has been good. Michael Caffrey here. Let's go, motherfuckers. That's it, yeah. We got the fucking energy here, man. Ed, walaikum salam, man. You doing well? Fucking chilling, man. What you saying, though? Yeah, that's all blessed, man. Oh, you got caught COVID. Being a savage one in these. Bless you, man. How you feeling now about having your power? A lot better? Oasis in the house, man. Oasis Al-Qarni. That's a beautiful name, man. For those who don't know who Oasis Al-Qarni is, right? It's a companion of the Prophet, right? In Islam, and he never got to see the Prophet, but he's got a mad story. His story is sick. So like he was freaking going off the fucking thingy, off the charts here now. So Oasis, it's one of the most beautiful stories about the love for your mother. So it's really good for you guys as well. So Oasis wanted to see the Prophet, but he wasn't living in Medina at the time, innit, right? And he kept asking his mom, and his mom could say no, innit. And he sends a letter to the Prophet. He goes, oh Prophet of God, like, I want to come and see you, but my mom's not going to let me. It's not letting me, so what do I do? We always experience that, innit? Like, we want to go see our friends and stuff like that. Or whatever, you want to go out with your cousins, or you want to go out with this girl or something like that. And your mom says, no. He goes, what do I do? The Prophet goes, listen, visiting me is a good thing, innit, right? But listen to your mother is a obligatory, how do I say the fucking word? It's an obligation. It's an obligation. That's it. So listen to your mother is an obligation as well. And he never got to see the Prophet as well. There's a story on the side of that, but like it just shows that the love that these guys used to have, like for their parents, especially their mothers. Freaking hell, man. So shout out to all the moms, man. You know, all the moms out there, where you're a single mom, or you're like loads of kids, or you're struggling or whatever. Shout out to them. So bless them as well, man. You know, if you're living away from your mom, I'd say give her a call after the show, or give her a call now. Actually, not after the show. Give her a call now. You can pause this shit, call her, see how she's doing, and send my love to your mom as well. Right? So always respect your mom. When you respect your mom, good things happen to you. Always, always. Your mom's gonna piss you off, right? Like my mom pisses me off still, man. I'm 30 and she's still fucking. It was like, yo, stop banging on me, innit? But like the thing is, like, it's your mom, innit? What you can do? She gave birth to you for 9 months, carried you where you were kicking her, innit? So love to moms, man. So we got freaking Tushan in the house. We got Shaq. We got Lee, Adrian, man. Fucking out. Morning, everybody. We got fucking. We got John. John Caboose is here again, man. Redacted here. Joe. Morning. We're gonna get cracking on this now as well. So look, the market is looking pretty fucking good, though. I gotta say. So if you guys took the plays on BTC, it played to the tick. It played really perfectly. Just literally just go on the 5 minutes, you probably can see a lot more clear. I mean, I'm still in the trade because I'm looking for a swing trade. My entry was over here at 21,200, around that area. The P&L chart that has proved that I was long. The P&L wasn't the thingy, was on my Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, it's Trader Dank. And by the way, guys, smash the likes, man, and hit subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. If you're thinking why should you subscribe, stick around. Trust me, you're gonna see why. There's fucking lots to learn from this shit. But yeah, so as I was talking about yesterday, was it the weekend? The weekend I was long. I claimed I was long. A bit of a drawdown, blah blah. Come back down here, fine. Made the Monday's low, and after the Monday's low, I was in profit from there. I mean, it came back into here, into this area, but didn't even retest it. It's perfectly fine. Held above it, and off we go. Played the Monday's range, and yesterday's Monday's range was perfect. I literally said how the fucking Monday's gonna be, right? The plans was really simple, right? I'm just going to draw these lines. Give me a second there. And it's, when I saw it, I'm like, yo, this is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. So that's that there, that's the mid-range. We'll do the 25% of the range and 75% of the range. And then what we'll do, we're just going to delete all these lines, make it nice and clean, no bullshit around. You know how it is, right? And that's what you can see. That's Monday's range. And I literally said that price was bouncing off here, right? Off this block here. It's a consolidation over here. I mean, if you want to do the whole thing, you can literally just highlight from about there to this. This is all the consolidation that happened at the low below the mid-range, which showed this was a deviation of the mid-range. That was a small deviation. That was one more deviation. Off we go, we held it. Okay, and I did say so. What I was looking for, potentially come back into here, hold above it, blah blah blah. The second thing, right, that's will be the pullback scenario for it to be bullish, right? The second thing is that we have this low here. So if I show you, sorry, this high here, and as long we get above it, right? So let it do its thing. The moment it gets above and holds above it, off we go. And he held it perfectly to the T. He held it. Small deviation. As a stop loss will be here. Off you go. Alright? My entry was about, I'll see where my entry was, I don't fucking know. You know, when you take a trade, you just fucking kill it easy, dang. Yes, Joe, what's going on, brother? Mafia's fucking in the house, man. Just by reading my name, lots of love, brother. I'll wait to start the show. Bruv, always, man, you got a sick name. When someone's got a really cool name, I've got to rate that as well. Jay's in the house, man. How you doing, Jay? You keeping well? What's your trading equipment? Why all the pros use PC instead of Mac? Easy to chart on PC. You know what? Oh, I tell you honestly, right? It's easy. I'm a Mac guy, right? So, the story about me in 2017 to 2020, end of 2021, I was using a phone. I literally was using a phone. I had an iPhone 7 for fucking 2 years. Then I got a Samsung S9 Ultra and I used that for another 2 years. I was, bro, like, I had to do what I had to do in it, right? And I remember like a lot of people were saying to me like, oh fucking, like, you can't trade on the phone. You need a PC, and the PC take an iPad to work or whatever. I said, fuck that. I'm gonna show you that I can do it. And trust me, if I can do it, trust me, you guys can do it. It's easy. It's not easy, but it's hard. But you get used to it. You really get used to it. It's not a big deal. I mean, now my PC, I don't know what the fuck I got, to be honest, man. I got a load of shit here. I know I got 32 gigs of RAM. I got a bunch of shit in there. I got some graphics card, NVIDIA graphics card. I don't know. It's a quite expensive piece of kit, really. Got lights and shit. That's what attracted me for it. I'm that simple. I got lights and shit with 2 monitors, and that's me. I mean, honestly, you don't need that. If you find Mac is easier to actually to trade, by all means, use Mac, man. If you find Windows, by all means, use Windows. If you find phone, by all means, it's whatever you're comfortable at. That's what it is, okay? Wayway's in the house. Fucking Sidium's here as well. Bam, bam. Fucking hell. We got the crew. Smash the likes. Fucking let's hit go, man. Right, so I did say yeah. So stop loss was over here, and once we hold above it, off we go. So target 1 was here. Come back, pull back, smashed above it. Target 2. I held it. I watched it. I took a tiny profit here. I think I took about 5% here. I took about 15% over here. That's 20%, and left 80% to run. Right. My stops is at break even. Right. But I'm just gonna watch it, monitor it as it goes, blah blah. You know how it is. And because the reason why, right? So if you look at this, right? Let me bring this all up now. So yeah, my entry was literally off this over here. Come back right, well, up this a little bit further away. It was around here anyway. There, that's where my entry was, or some shit like that. But the reason why I think I let this run up higher. Do you remember what I said to you guys there, right? If you ignore everything else, right, and I said to you, just focus on this range bound environment here. Go on the 1 hour. I was saying to you guys, it's a range bound environment. Once we smash above it, so if you clear, okay, we'll do it again. We'll do the whole thing again, right? So if I just do weekly range high, okay. For those who don't know what the weekly range high is, where I got it from, all I did, right, if I just highlight this, I go on the weekly. Right, and all I'm doing is I'm looking for where price is consolidating. As simple as that, right? Once you know where price is consolidating, the rest is that it's just following all the little bullshit now. Okay, so you can see this candle here is a smash above. We're taking at this high, right? Cool. Well, what a lot of people do, they'll do a range bound environment here. I've seen this a lot as well. and which is not a problem in it. But if you look at it, the mid-range comes around here. So if you're looking for a mid-range and it's a bullish play, it didn't tag it, so you missed it. So you end up playing up around here. That's what you end up playing. You're looking for a retest and then go up higher. That's what you're looking for now, right? What I do is quite simple. I'm just looking at where price is all stuck at, right? I don't give a fuck about last week. I don't give a fuck about what happened yesterday. What I give a shit is where is the majority of price action is, the compression of it. It's always about the compression. Once you find out where the compression is, right, it makes a bit more sense. Things becomes easier. Your mid-range tells you all the story. The fucking each level is just hit by, it's just target for target for target. You don't need to worry about anything else. Just fucking go with the lines. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at it this way, what I'm seeing is literally what I saw a few weeks ago. This high's capping the market and this low's capping the market, right? And reason why, you can see that's a resistance, that's a deviation, that becomes support. So we're like, alright, then price is playing in here. Now look what happened in this fucking week now. We smashed above it. Off we fucking go. Send this motherfucking shit to Mars. Tell Elon Musk to fuck himself, because he fucking fucked us over back in May. And let's just keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's simple as that. And so now that you understand where the weekly range is, now if I bring it all together on a lower time frame, it makes a bit more sense, okay? So if I go on the fucking hourly, right? Let's go on the hourly. Delete this bullshit here. What the fuck's going on over here, right? And literally the fucking, I need to get the lines up quickly. Okay, I know where it is now. So the first one is here. It's this low here, that's the weekly low, and then this high here is the weekly high, right? Let's just do that. Okay. Now, as you can see, right, price has stuck within here majority of the fucking time. The key is majority of the time. If you want to put that as a tattoo, by all means do it. We already got two tattoos, which is consolidation. This is it, consolidation. Let me do it. Consolidation, breakout. Let's see if we get a retest. Expansion. That's one tattoo. The other tattoos is when we play into it, when we play in the consolidation and we break out of it as well. And you step back into it. You gotta ask yourself what the fuck you're doing back in the range. So you see, this low held, and all it did, it built higher highs all the way through there. So the moment it was coming up here, it was looking bullish, but it would still play level to level until proven otherwise. Understand? That's what it is, right? Now, the reason why I held that, so if you look at Monday's high was this one. This was Monday's high, right here. Okay? Now I start looking at it this way. I'm looking at it really basically and start looking at it really, really simply in terms of just keeping the minimum lines possible. Because if you look at this right now, look, my chart is like fucking bang, fucks you in the face, gives you a tilly slap and shit, and you're like, you don't even know what the fuck you're looking at, right? I know what I'm looking at because it's my chart. I drew it, blah blah. But Monday's high, you can see right here where the top of the blue line is. It's right there. So literally, simplify the shit up. You can make another chart, another BTC, BTC chart of anything you want, and just draw these lines. Just simple, and you start looking at it. You're like, all right, cool. So what's happening here? We had a deviation here. We had a deviation there. We had another deviation here. This was like, does it look like a deviation here because it was stepping into it? But also we know Monday's low was here. This is Monday's low. So now I got all that information. I'm like, all right then, cool. I'm expecting a breakout, right? I'm expecting a breakout. I'm expecting a breakout on the upside. The reason why, we discussed this on Sunday, and we discussed this yesterday as well, that we're looking at market structure. In terms of market structure on the macro, it's proving lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. We're making this is the lower low. I'm like, eventually we're gonna have to make a lower high. Whether the lower high is like over here, over here, over here, but we can't stay here and then keep making lower lows. It doesn't make any sense. Market will never work like that. You have to break it down. So that's why I think this rally has caught a lot of people out of surprise. A lot of people surprised. Hey, look at it. Oasis in the fucking underneath there. One of my latest subscribers. So market is never gonna just do a nuke down like that. If it does a nuke down, trust me, the reaction is gonna be so fucking fast. We're coming back up and we hold it, and that is just the fucking dirty nuke. Let's take out all the stops over here, right? That's what it is. So when you understand the concept of market structure, you just play. It's a copy and paste shit. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. So you have two monitors. It's not enough, bro. I got two monitors. I only use one. I only use the second monitor for OPS, like for the fucking screen. Yo, Vegeta's in the house. What you saying, man? You good? I'm using a Mac Mini, which is limited to 2, but I'm hoping the Matic will provide the meat, bro. Inshallah. For those who don't know what inshallah means, it's by God's will. So yeah, so I start looking at this way, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. I know I can, like my final target according to this is here, right? That's a easy play to play out there. I'm gonna take small profits. I'm gonna see how it is. I'm good enough to see if we start finding rejection and breaking down, I'm just gonna have to cut the fucking trade, right? And that's it. End of story, right? Then what happened was we had a fucking clean smash, so which means that we had the consolidation. This is actually the real breakout because we're taking out these highs, clear taking out these highs over there, and we can retest over here or we can retest over here. What we're gonna do, we don't fucking know. Monday's high looks very, very probable. Probable, right? Monday's high looks very probable, but we can have a deeper pullback coming into the weekly range high. Okay, not a problem, and that can give us, and as long as we hold above it, right? So let me do this. As long as we hold above it, right? That's all right to take you along. Off you go. Bob's your uncle. Stop loss over here. And then let's reclaim Monday's high. And let's fucking shoot 26 to 28k. And we'll go from there level to level. Make sense, everybody? That's the view. And that's also the fucking recap. All in one go. Alright? You guys understand that? Really simple. Nothing much more to say. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like, looking at this chart, does it look bearish to you? Right? And if anyone says it's bearish, well then okay, I can argue with this, right? And that's what it is. It's all critical thinking now. You can argue with this, right? Market structure wise, why is it bearish, right? Let's have a look. If I look at market structure here, so yeah, we got a low here. We got this one here. You know, we take it. We didn't take out this high, which is good. That's you could say that's a lower low, and that could be a lower high. Cool, all good there. And then you're like, oh wait, hang on a second, we're carving up. And they've gone up, we're taking out these highs there, then now you can say, well, that's the new low, right? And then this holds above it, and you're like, well, taking out this high over here, that's a higher high. Okay, cool. And then we hang on a second, we don't even take out this low here, so this has to be a lower high because the low is higher than this, hence lower high. And off we go, we make a new higher high. Because why? We've taken out the market structure of this side. So someone in the chat yesterday, right, also asked about like, oh yeah, but it's a bear flag, or it's a bear flag. That's the thing. Someone said the bear flag, and I was drawing it out there, and I was like, okay, it does look like a fucking what do you call it? Wedge, a rising wedge. My response to that, right, was literally, and this is the rising wedge. Makes sense, right? Everyone can see that. Want to see what a rising wedge? For those who don't know what a rising wedge is, I'm just going to type in rising wedge pattern, right? Images. Can you guys see that? For example, I know I got this line there, just bear with me, alright? Can you guys see that? That's a rising wedge. So price, what would happen? Price will go up and down, up and down, up and down until it breaks out, and then off it goes. That's a rising wedge, right? And I said to you, these rising wedges and shit like that, right? They're all memes, you know. They're all fucking memes, right? Rack, what's going on? How you doing, Rack? One thing, so Jay saying one thing worrying me about bullish scenario is Tesla reporting about the close. Yeah. Well, ES looks good. That's the thing, is ES looks good. Dollar needs to break down. Dollar is breaking down by the looks of it as well. So I don't know. To me, it's a bear market rally. When I say bear market rally, what I mean is literally that price is literally just pushing up higher for short term. I don't think this is going to happen. I don't think we're going to start the bull market. I don't think we're going to start bull market all over again and we're going to carry on going to make a new all-time high. I don't think so. Same with ES and same with Bitcoin, Ethereum and the lot. Until proven otherwise, right? Because the market can do whatever the fuck it wants to do at the same time. But what I think is like we're just making a lower high on the global macro structure. That's what I'm thinking. So as it pushes up, we ride it up higher and then whatnot. So I was saying the rising wedge, right? What would you expect is come back down, break down, lose this low. That's your trigger. That's your confirmation. Off you go, right? Because you're taking out this low over here. But I said to you, it's just a meme. It's just a fucking meme. It can just do whatever it wants. It can do this. And lo and behold, what happens right here? I mean, if it steps back into it and breaks down, it's like, ah, oh, motherfucker, right? And then again, we're back into the range bound environment of the weekly. And then we play it level to level, X, Y, and Z, okay? And then we see how it goes on this rising wedge shit, keeping it in the background. But It doesn't have to do that. It's make it this. Well, it's going to take out the 24,200, 24,300 that I have got marked out, which is all good then. So if you're in the trade, happy days. If you're not in the trade, we'll make a new plan. Not a big deal. Okay, it really isn't a big deal. We can always get in. Take Derry. Oh, Derry's got his AirPods on. What a geezer. Shout out to Derry, man. Like, I noticed him and Hunter on Twitter. These guys are fucking giant, right? And they're discussing amongst themselves, which is really good. And that comes to another point. When you're trying to trade, right? I think having a partner, right, another partner where you guys can grow together is really, really important. The reason why is that 4 eyes is better than 2, right? So you will see things that the other person's not seeing, but the other person's seeing things that you're not seeing. So when you put those two together, then you help one another, kind of thing. I wouldn't say make a group of 10 people or 5 people. I think that's too much. It's very, it gets out of control. I've never liked it. I've never seen it. I've been in groups where like there's been like a lot of people there sharing ideas. It's all good, but to me it confuses the shit out of me. Right? It does confuse me. It's like, okay, there's just too many biases here, and X, Y, and Z. But I'd say at least you have 2 happy days. What possible retest targets if you see any? Well, we'll make some retest targets there. So that's the overview. We're all done there. And now let's go and see what the fuck the market is saying. Where's this? There we go. Fucking hell. Alright then. So let's have a look what's going on here. So we know Monday's high's been smashed above, right? I'm just going to actually remove all this for now. I'll bring this back up later. Right, so Monday's high has been smashed up, right? Ideally, what I would have liked, right, is this, something like that. Price to come back down, which is what I was marked out yesterday. Price to come back down, right? If it holds above it, I'd add my longs, my position, tighten my stop, go up higher to go up for these prices of like 24,300. That's the area that I'm looking for. But I was expecting a bit of a deeper pullback, right? Because you see all this movement over here. It's just so thin. It's just so fucking fast. It's like, look, on the hourly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 hours worth of up candle. That's what it was, which is fucking, you know, ridiculous if you ask me. But never mind. Market does whatever it wants to do. But what I was looking for was something like this. Come back down. Come into this area. This blue box. This low over here. Oh fucking hell. And just draw that out. Come into this low over here. Maybe take out the stops over here because people are going to place their stops around there, and then reclaim this. This will be my trigger, and off we go. And here we go. And then we can actually play the game up to this one. That's what I was looking for. Didn't come up, right? Not a problem. We need to start looking at what can we do. We might get a small little scalp out here, not a problem, but we can still make trades as it is, but either way, because I expect this area to be resistance. Why do I expect this to be resistance? We've gone the daily. This is why my target's there. So you see this bit here? I've done it before, I'll do it again. This is an area consolidation. What's so important about this? So if you look back in 2020 in December, that was all-time high, right? You see, we found resistance in this area here, then we smashed above it. So when we found resistance up here and we smashed above it, what you look for ideally is a retest, hold above it, reclaim this. This is your confirmation. Off you go, right? Because you take it at the high. It's still bullish market structure. Makes sense? But it never retested it. So, but he only did it sort of like about 5 weeks ago. So now he's done the whole retest and whatever. It's all good. So, but this area is consolidation. There's price action here. We're gonna get some sort of resistance here. Look, resistance is over there. Then we smashed above it. Then like so once we find resistance, if we break down, we can start playing a little bit of a short game. Not a big deal because I'll be out of my trader by then anyway. And then we'll look for plays going up higher, looking for more support, X, Y, and Z. Okay, does that make sense, everybody? Who's making all these buys? I heard fucking Sailor Moon bought 16,000 worth of BTC yesterday. That's what I heard. 16,000 BTC, which is about 320 million Bitcoin. I mean 330 million Bitcoin, some shit like that. So, you know, bear market rally. That's what it is across the board, in my opinion. Until proven otherwise. So, looking at this fucking chart here, right? On the 15 minutes, right? Fucking hell. I've got most of my targets taken out there, and I'm gonna see how we do. If we smash above it and if we do some hold, then I'll be looking to fucking long it here again, and then add more to the position. So what I'll do is I'll draw a fucking mid-range, right? Sorry. Let's have a look at this. This is the range band environment of this area here. Okay, can everyone see that? Let's make this nice and simple for everyone. Less noise, so everyone can see. Right, this is the blue box. Okay, I've just done a range band environment off the blue box. Right, that's what it is. Nothing else. Nothing too crazy. Now, the reason why I'm drawing these lines is because I'm going to remove all this shit here so you guys can see it nice and clean. Look what's happened here. When price got into the range, we found resistance. Got into it, support. Got up, deviation. Right? Comes up, doesn't take out the 75%, breaks down, takes out the low over here. Comes back into the hole and holds above it as support. Right? This is all support and that's support. Finally does 75%, which means that as it holds support, that mid-range, right? This is the key point here, the mid-range. That low here is taken out. Let me just draw a line over here. Clean takeaway. Fuck off. Clean takeout, right? No, motherfucker. That's it. There we go. Clean takeaway, and this really is a deviation of the mid-range. So if we hold into the, if we do something like this on a breakout, my stop loss is going to be here, where we're going to be targeting 26,000. That's what I'm looking at for. Okay, I'm talking about long scenarios here. Long scenarios, and in terms of my trade, how I'm going to add on to my position, because I've taken out profits over here and I can still play the ride all the way back up, kind of thing. Alright, this is right on my range high right now at 39.44. See, the thing is that with ES, right, we'll talk about ES, as long it holds the 39, I'm not diverting, I'm just responding back to Jay. Give me a second, guys. So this level here, that's 25% of my range, 39.43. As long as this holds, we'll talk about this as well with ES. As long as this holds, I think it's bullish. I think it's bullish. I think we go up to fucking 40, well, potentially 42.25. That's my view on this as well. So we'll see how it goes for the next couple of days and weeks, really. But well, yeah, I'll discuss ES in a bit. So Bitcoin. Yeah, so we know what's going on here. Oh. Oh, let's see. Okay, let's just focus on this once again. See, we're taking out the high over here, and it's still making high highs, high lows. That's what it's making. The whole bullish market structure itself, it's just been bullish. I mean, you can draw a trend line from here to there. No, to me that's deviation of range. From here, we'll do this. Then this holds, and this area here is just shows is approximately the range high. So that's like a trend line over here. So it's been holding, been going well. So we'll see how it goes. So that's the bullish scenario in terms of where we are. The reason why I said like why we're going to go up higher to 26,000. We've gone the 1 hour. Let's go on the 4 hours actually. I haven't done 4 hours in a long time. This right here will be my target. This low here. You see? Because if you look here, right? Oops. Let me just redo this all over again. Okay, nice and simple. So you see this here. There we go, that's it. Yeah, see that? And that's the range high. Nice and simple, nothing too crazy. And that's the range low. And you can see literally how this price is playing out. Where we are right now, we're in this area. Oops. Yeah, where we are right now, we're in this little area here. Right, this is where we are. See all this thin movements up here? Hold above it. And off we go. Target one. That's the main target there. We'll see how we react once we get above it. Because if we get above this, and look at this area here. That's a consolidation area there. On a higher time frame, it's actually quite an interesting place as well. So that's all the consolidation, and then we'll be looking for extended targets there, around this area here. So that's the macro bit here. That's the big. That's yo. What's going on, Hasib? Rahul's in the house, man. Walaikum salam. Circuits in the house too as well. 39.5. Somewhere else sold around 22k. Yeah, so Bitcoin drank like 6 coffees, I think. Bro, Bitcoin fucking had cocaine. That's what it is. Bitcoin's on cocaine. So that's the plan to get to that, right? I'm just gonna quickly recap how I want to actually get to this over here. So I'm just gonna actually get fucking these lines here. So these lines here. So the first target is 26.6k, and the second target will be 28.6k. So remember that 26.6k and 28.6k. Let me actually write that down. I'm gonna send a fucking tweet on that. BTC $26.6k and 28.6k. That's it. I think that's what it is, in my opinion, in my honest opinion. It does make sense though when you look at it. Look, that's a low that we shot through. This is a consolidation, and all we're looking at is, I mean, we can look at any point, right? Any point that from this low here we can break down. If we break down, I can cut the trade, man. I'm cutting the trade. So should you, because we're looking to go bearish, potential to retest this or retest this high here. So all these things we've got to work out. So we do it slowly in it, all right? But if we reclaim that 26.6k, off we go. Fucking let's go to 28.6k. If we reclaim 28.6k, we'll come back into this consolidation over here. You gotta ask yourself again, what the fuck are you doing back in the range? So question is, right, is for this bear market rally, right, is, let me just remove all this shit here, nice and clean. I want to keep that box there actually, just for one moment there. So this box over here, right, is like that. Now what I'm saying is, this is the consolidation, that's the breakout, this could be the retest, retest could be here as well, it doesn't have to be a full retest, this is the retest, and this could be the expansion, which means it's a bear market rally, and that will make the lower high, and that's the lower low, and up there is the lower high, right, at 44k, whatever the number was, okay, it's as simple as that. If you want to look at the bigger picture in terms of macro motherfucking shit, right, this is where it gets interesting. Remember this area, 28.6k? Well, hang on a second, motherfuckers, you're going to see something. So on this chart, no, hang on this chart, fuck it. Let's go back to this chart, and I'm just going to fucking hide all this shit here. Go on the daily, right? You guys can see that? Nice and clean, cool. And then I'm going to make some lines, okay? So this is the first quarter of 2021. This is a range high, and this is the first quarter of 2021 range low, right? Which comes into place that the real target, I'd say, on macro will be 28.1k. Yeah, 28.1k. 28.1k, that's it, right? So that's the 26, but 28.1k. But it doesn't really fucking matter, right? So this has been a consolidation. This has been the breakout. Now, are we having a retest, expand, right? Which is one of our butt cheeks tattoo, or is this going to be a deviation, step back in the range, and we ask ourselves, what the fuck you're doing back in the range? Okay, really important level, guys. 28.1k is the fucking key. Right now, it is the key. It has to be the key, and we're going to see how this works, right? So look at the daily. See how the daily close. So even if we get look. For at any moment, right, like he can do this right now if he fucking wants to. Right? We've seen Bitcoin move up like $5,000, $10,000 in fucking a day kind of thing, right? But let's just say price just shoots up right now. Doesn't mean that, oh yeah, we got into here, you gotta start asking ourselves what the fuck we're doing back in the range. Wait for the daily close, because we could just make a wick. You know, we could just make a wick and then come back underneath it. Because if we come back underneath it, then we start looking at, okay, do we do one more wick, or we start looking at for blocks and areas to retest, break down confirmations of this range low. Let's fucking go. Well, 26.6k will be confirmation to go a lot more lower. Okay, so that's what we're keeping in mind. I may be bullish, but I'm keeping it in perspective. So always keep it in perspective. If you don't keep it in perspective, you're gonna fuck yourself so badly. When trading or practicing the 15, I try to find ranges in the 1 hour, Should I continue to do that? Look for ranges on the lower time frame. No. Okay, Hasib asked a real good question. He's like, when he's actually trying to find ranges, right? Like he's looking at the charts on the 50-minute time frame. So he goes up and at like a time frame to an hourly, and looks for the ranges there, and then tries to do that. So he's asking, should he continue doing that, or should he, practice going on a lower time frame? I'd say stay with what you're comfortable with. What's the safest option, the easier way to look for ranges is on a higher time frame. When you go up or two, like on that, so if you look at the 15 minutes, you go to the hour and the 4 hours, you can see where price has been capped in, right? Right now on the daily, I can see the price has been capped in over here. I can see price was capped over here, these highs. So I'll show you. Doing a bit of a lesson here, mate. See? Price has been capped over here. Price was capped over here. Price has been capped there. Price has been capped into here. Right? Deviation, resistance, stuff like that. Price has been capped over here. You see how easy I'm finding it on a daily? And price has been, oh, well, we already did that. And price has been capped over here. You see how easy I'm doing it on the daily? Right? Because I've got more data. When you got more data, it makes it easier. When it's like on a smaller time frame, it's really hard. It's about fucking. Pardon me. It's about fucking just practicing and understanding what's happening. You know, like breaking it down low time frame to time frame. Once you get more comfortable looking at ranges, bruv, I swear to God, you can go on the 5 seconds and find ranges really there really easily. Like bruv, like I don't know if you guys if you've seen it. I did the fucking a 15-second scalp about a week ago as well. Like, to you guys it might be like, yo, this is fucking mad, but to me it's like it's just another. All I'm doing is whatever I know over here, right? All this, oops, motherfucker. It's about here. Yeah, whatever I was doing like over here on the higher time frame, I'm just shorting it on a quick, like quick and snap. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Do you think ETH will go down again? I do think so. I do think so. Again, look, in terms of going down back to like 1,000, no. I don't think that's going to happen now. I think that it's too bullish right now. Bro, appreciate that circuit. Just trying to make it simple for you guys to understand it, because look, the way I see this is like this. We're going to go Q&A shit kind of right now. Let me close the door. Fucking smoke a cigarette, not a spliff, a cigarette. It's too fucking early for this shit. Alright, cool. So, when we look at fucking, I have a cigarette as well, man. I'm gonna smoke all day in the morning. Yeah, there's 54 people here, man. Smash the likes, man. Appreciate that. So, what's that? Yeah, 1 minute. I need a cigar one day, man. I got a cigar over here, actually. I might be able to put a fucking cigar somewhere here. I got a cigar somewhere. Got some Cuban cigars, they're like mini Cuban ones as well. They're from Cuba, literally they are from Cuba. I got it as a gift. Got 4 of these my bad boys up there, so I'm thinking I'll smoke this on fucking Dank's all-time high. I'm gonna get fucked from that though. But yeah, you say that I make it easier. You know what? I've been in the game for like 5 years, isn't it, right? And it's been hard. It's been really, really hard, and like to break it down to make it into more understanding and stuff like that. And growing up, I've always been quite good at teaching other people, like breaking it down, making it really into simple concepts. And it's been a skill that I just had naturally. Like, I talk to you, and like, let's say if I know you really well and you're into cars, I'll relate trading into cars. I'll just relate trading into cars, and then he was like, yo, this is fucking easy. I do that for everything as well. So my goal is, well, it took me 5 years here. If I can get you to 2.5 years to where I am today in 2.5 years, then fucking let's do it. That's my goal. That's really what I see it as. I don't see it as anything else. I don't see it as it's Marlboro, Double, Fusion. They're fucking from duty free. They are. But yeah, I see like as much, if I can actually break this down as simpler as possible, by all means. I had a thingy. Someone I posted a fucking BTC chart yesterday, right? Like the plans and the targets and my fucking my play and whatnot. And some guy goes like, oh, I could, which is fine. Like it's not for everyone. Some guy was saying like, oh yeah, like I don't watch your stream because like you talk nonsense. I'm alright, cool. It's not for you. Then move on in it. Oh no, that was it, because you talk like nonsense. Take note from SC how he does it short and straight to the point. Me and SC are two different people. The way he does his things is going to be different to the way I do things, isn't it? It's like, look, if you're banging your girl, right, and you prefer banging your girl doggy style, but then some guy says, nah, you know what you do? You got to do the oyster, fam, right? That's even better. The girl can't do the oyster. For those that the oyster. Fuck it, I got a story about that. I think I'll tell you about that another day. But the fucking hell. But the girl might not be flexible to do the oyster. Fucking Mia, man. Yeah, sorry. The girl might not be might be flexible to the oyster. So does that mean that like you should do the oyster because I told you to do the oyster? Now, shut the fuck up, man. Piss off out of here, man. I don't know what the guy's name. That's why SC always. Oh, yeah. Dude, you got something redacted. You are smart. That's why SC like oysters. Fucking hell. Jeez, I didn't think about that. SC is a fucking sick guy. But yeah, but it's just not for everyone. Same like trading. Some people can trade, some people can't trade. But I don't say that some people can trade and some people can't trade like that. What I mean is, everyone can trade. In my honest opinion, everyone can do it. It's not difficult once you understand the concept, and it's rinse and repeat. And it takes practice. It takes a long time. So, really, I'm a dude who had a degree in pharmacy, not in finance. I got a degree in fucking pharmacy, right? I worked in a fucking bank for a little bit, right? BNP Paribas. I worked in there like part time when I was at uni. I worked in Sainsbury's. I worked in Curry's PC World. I fucking stack shelves for a living for like 4 years straight. Fucking sell TVs to you, right, for like 4 years straight. Fucking nothing to do with charts. Nothing to do with charts. And a lot of people say it's hard. Fuck yeah, it's hard. Anything's hard, bro. If you want to be a builder, it's hard. You want to be a pharmacist, it's hard. You want to be an engineer, it's hard. Whether you want to be a manager, it's still hard. A manager of I don't know. Give me a fucking store. H&M's, for example. It's still hard. It's gonna be hard, but there's a lot of pressure there. Everything is hard. You know why? It's because you are gonna be lazy about it. You're just lazy. Everything's hard because you're lazy. You don't want to learn. You don't want to put the effort into it. And the fact that you don't want to put the effort into it already tells me is that you just don't want to trade. You just want a quick scheme, a quick easy money grab. And if that's the case, that's fine. You shouldn't be here in the bear market. Come back in 2024. It's as simple as that. You come back in 2024, make your money, but you end up losing it. You know why? Because you didn't learn how to trade. You didn't learn about levels, you didn't learn about SRs, you didn't learn about ranges, you didn't learn about how blocks work, you didn't know where the breakdown is, you didn't know where the start of the bear market was. Bro, that's the problem there. So you put the effort now. It's hard now, don't worry, it's going to be tough, but I've got you. I'm here every fucking day. I'm literally, Monday to Friday, I'm here. Thanks daily trades. Saturday we do all-time high. Sunday we do the outlook. And we can do this, man. We can do this. We just break it down, level to level. Simple as that, man. Fucking get your fucking, life sorted out, alright? It's hard. We all got shit to do, I get it. But at the same time, fucking play the game, man. Play the game. Don't be one of those in 2024, because in my opinion, 2024 might be the last one now. I think it's the last one before it gets regulated completely, and that's it. We're not going to see 100x moves. We're not going to see 20x moves or 10x moves. It's going to move a lot like traditional markets. I bet you that's what's going to happen. The regulations are coming in tighter and tighter across the world as well. Bitcoin's getting adopted, right? You think the government's going to let that slide? They ain't going to let that slide. Well, oh yeah, you got to pay taxes. Just pay taxes and you'll be fine. No, shut the fuck up. Like, there's more to it. The government wants to take money off you no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Ed's saying it, man. Don't wish for it. Work for it, motherfuckers. True, man. Thomas says I'm right. Alex, good. Let's go knowledge, man. Hunter said last time I lost that was because I didn't learn about what the line says. 100%. What time frame been used for breakout confirmation? We'll go to that in a bit. 2024 will be regulated. Yeah, I think 2024 starts to get regulated. I think they're looking to start it now. I think we have one more run. I do think we have one run. Maybe the run might be it goes to 100k, or I don't know. Let's say if Bitcoin goes to like to 12k and it consolidates at 10 to 12k, well 10, let's say 10 to 15k, it consolidates in that for about a good 6 months to a year. All right, you know that whales are buying in, right? Whales are buying in, and they're gonna send this off from 10k to 100k, right? For example, that's a 10x. What we did, right? We went from 4k to 60k. That is what? That's a fucking hell, 15x, some shit like that. That's a 15x. The last time we went from 1k in 2017, 1k to fucking 20k, that's a 20x. Can you see the numbers getting smaller? 20x in 2017, 10x in the 15x in 2021. Then in 2024, the next run, I think it's going to be a 10x there. I don't see it going to like 500,000, 200k, 250k, or million, or whatever these influencers say. I don't think that's going to happen. I think 100k, you gotta start taking your fucking profits there. When you see even numbers, like big numbers, look, this is such a meme, fam. Such a meme. What the fuck is this? Whoever's playing the market is a fucking diabolical motherfucker. You know why? Because look, what was the last all-time high? 20k. 20k was all-time high. What was this thing all-time high? I'll show you right now. Fucking 69k. 69k. Look, break the numbers. 20, 69. What does 20 mean? 420 weed, right? 69. Everyone's making a mockery of 69. Well, not mockery, but they're getting horny on Twitter because the market was going up, and he just shanked the fuck out of us, man. 69. You think that's a fucking joke? My fucking days. Jesus fucking Christ. What was I gonna say, man? I don't fucking know, but it's a fucking crazy number, you know. So what should we do after 2024? Nothing to no. I wouldn't say that after 2020. So baby gone well. I said like so what do we do after 2024? Do like, you know, do we stop trading? No. You still fucking trade, bro. You still trade the market. Like what you're doing now for. So look. What I'm saying to you right now is that from 2022 to 2024, right? You're putting with the grinding. That's 2 years of hard work you guys are gonna put in, right? You're gonna smash out everything possible. So by 2024, you are at my level right now in 2024. So you don't really need me around, blah blah. You can just do your thing, right? What I'm saying is, right, after the market gets regulated, and we're not making these 10x moves or 100x moves and stuff like that, it's gonna move like traditional markets. Most people, most traders, majority of traders, not fuck crypto. I'm talking about crypto in the world, global markets and stuff like that, bonds and shit like that, right? Forex, the forex and the commodities. They trade off of fucking, you know, off the commodities or the forex and stuff like that, and the move is not explosive. And the move is not explosive, but they're still making gains. So if you build your account now, let's just say I'm just throwing numbers here now. Let's just say you have a 1k account, right? A 1k account, and then you built it throughout the bear market and in the bull market. And let's say you built it from 1k, you built it to like 5k, right? 5k to into the bull market. But let's say 10k, 10x. 2 years to make it 10x, very possible, right? I'm just throwing numbers there. So you now made 10x, right? You now got 10k. So when you got 10k now, what I'm saying to you now is that you go into the bull market, you make, let's say you make from 10k, you make it to 150, let's say 200k, right? You made a good 20x, right? That's a 200k account. Pay yourself, do your thing, go on holiday, whatever. Take a portion of that money, right? This is smart stuff, right? What I would be doing is that whatever the profits I'm making, I'm going to take half of that money, right, and I'm going to stick it into another account. That account, let's call it trading account. That trading account, right, that's what I'm going to use to trade. If I have 200k, I like to keep 50k minimum. Let's say like you got 25% of that. I'm just throwing numbers. Let's say I got 200k now, and 200k, I take out 50k, I put it aside. That motherfucker there is for the trading. That's me, like, if it's regulated and it moves like Forex, I'll play the move with 50k account. I can still make mad profits. I look at fucking, like right now, I'm trying to get an 8-hour trade. 8-hour trade, if I do, let's fucking calculate this shit here. Calculator. I think it's 2,500 actually. 50,000 divided by 100. Divided by 100 equals, then times it by 2.4. Yeah, 2,500. So that's right. So 2,500 times a 10 hour in a week, for example, right? That's 25. That's 25 grand there. You think that's not enough? How much fucking money you need? If you do that in a month, right? You do a 10-hour trading, 10 hour in a month, right? At a 50k account, risking 2.5%, right? That's 25 fucking grand. Do you know how fucking how solid that is? That's a beautiful thing, if you ask me, right? And then from that, right, I just build my account. I pay myself every month to actually do the stuff in the house. I want to go on a holiday, that's not a problem. If I want to pay bills, I can pay bills. I want to take care of my mom, I can take care of my mom, so bless, right? Then at the same time, I got 150k on the other side. Now that 150k, you gotta take money out for tax. Take out 50% of that. Let's call that the tax money. Fucking send that over there. 75 grand. 75 grand is gone. You really have 75 grand left to go. Now 75 grand, what I would say, probably take 25 grand out of it. Put it to the side. That 25 grand, we'll talk about that. We'll call that the fucking spending money. I want to buy my girl some like a Cartier bracelet, because that's what girls are looking after right now. Fucking hell, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Cartier bracelet, Cartier rings and shit. I do want to get the Cartier Jaguar, you know the Jaguar ring. That's a gangster ring though. 50 grand though. I'm like, bear market. It's bear market, can't afford it. But yeah, so you know, 25 grand. You go on holiday. You can buy a car. You can buy yourself like a new wardrobe. Buy your girl a new wardrobe. Your wife a new wardrobe. Buy her a ring like Nick is doing. Congratulations, Nick, man. And do whatever you want. The 50 grand you got on the side, right? Call that the business, man. That's the business account. That 50 grand is for if you want to do it like a business venture or business expense or whatever. You want to build a business. You got 50 grand to start you up. You've now changed your motherfucking life right there. That's it. Really, really simple. Hypothetically. Really fun. No. But that's it. And that's, if you follow that into 2024, I think you're good. I believe you're going to be well. Richard, dude, I got a fucking Patek Philippe watch, man. It's a banging watch, dude. I've only worn it once for my boy's Jay's wedding. That's a sick watch, though. I'll show it to you after. I'll wear it on one of the things streams probably. But dude, I gotta say, Patek Philippe is a fucking brand and a half. What time I'm being used for breakouts confirmation? It depends on what I'm looking for. So look, for example, right, if I'm looking at this on the daily, right, so can you guys see this, right, so this is all the chart, right. I'm gonna get back to work now, so let's just delete all this shit, right, come back here, and I've literally got this range over here, right. I'm looking at this in the daily because we got the weekly range. I can go down one time frame, and that's the high. Fuck off. Okay, so that's that there. Let's bring this over here, and let's bring that there. So that's the high. That's the weekly range, right? So we've got the weekly range right here. Okay. Now, what I look for is a time frame, right? So let's just say I got this high here. What I want to see is us to take out this high. So you see it on the daily, right? You can see that taking out this high. Over here, on this low, does it take out this low here, right? We don't take out this low on daily, on the what you call it. Walaikum salam AI. How's it going, brother? Thank you, man. Baby, grow well. We're gonna stay with you, brother. Let's do this bear market together, 100%, man, 100%. So, educational content over here. So in terms of like time frame you can use, because look, we're using the weekly range, right? Because this is the weekly range, and I go down. Let's say I can go down a time frame itself, and I mark these highs. So I mark these highs, right? I mark this low. So this low here was never taken. We came back into the range. My confirmation for me to take a trade, right, would have been a thingy. We take out this low, and then we can break down off a lower time frame, and off we go, right? But it doesn't do it. This one here, we wick it out, right? So when we wick it out, right, so we go, okay, cool. Now I'm going to start looking for, on the lower time frame, do we hold above the mid-range and reclaim this? The moment we reclaim this, that's for me to take a trade. But already, what you can do from this candle here, this candle off a daily candle is confirmation for you to actually take a trade for stop loss over here. So you can use any time frame. It all comes down to a lot of practice and a lot of trial and error, right? Back test it a lot as well. Try and work it out, because that shows on the daily now. And if I go down the time frame, it makes things a little bit more clear. And you have to bear in mind, right, like that's if you want confirmation. So let's just say the weekly high is here, right, and then the weekly low is about there. Okay, cool. And this is the high we're focusing on. We'll just focus on this high. You can see right here on the 4 hours we had a close above there. That close above there is enough for me to say, yeah, that's an entry. I can enter here. My hard stop has to be here. Well, I could maybe put a wider stop over here just to give me a bit of breathing space, right? That's my hard stop there, right? That could be my entry. If I want to be smart, I'll wait and see how I hold. See how we do a deviation? We deviate it and then we hold above it. We get above and we start making, and then we smash above it. There, I can enter here with a hard stop, with a stop loss still there, right? If we break down, right, like this, I'll cut the trade, right? Instead of actually taking the full R, I'll cut the trade. Because then this what it is, this is another deviation, that's what it was, right? But the fact that we're taking it this high was already good enough for me to say, yeah, it's bullish. And the 4 hours, we got, let me just fucking, this, and the 4 hours, can you see that? We closed, the body closed above the fucking line. And that is enough for me to say, take an entry here, or I can take an entry there. Or the moment we take out this high over here, this clean high, that's another entry there. But then you can from here you bring your stop loss up to here, and then eventually we're looking to bring it down here. Okay, so if we take out this high, if we close above here on the 4 hours, for example, I'll bring my stop loss over here now. I'm just tailoring my stop loss as tight as possible. All right, if I need to compound because I'm looking to see if we do this. Does that make sense there? Beer market. Nah, I didn't mean beer market. I don't know why I saw beer. I don't drink, by the way. I'm not a fan of drinking. I think I've tried it, I'll be honest with you. I have done it before when I was young. Really fucking stupid. I was 16, party and shit like that. And my boy Luke called me over and said, yo, listen, we're gonna party and shit like that. Do you wanna come down? I'm like, yeah, I'm down. And I got there, the table's full. You know when you're 16, and you fucking, loads of white friends in it. To be honest, I had a lot more black friends than I had white friends when I was growing up. I had more black friends and Asian friends than I had white friends. But the white guys were chill with me because I was always a joker. And the white guys were always in maths, man. They were smart, They were really smart. And the white guys were the fucking, they loved me because I was just a fucking joker. And what happened was, I went to the party, right? There's bare drinks on the fucking table. And Luke goes to me, come on, have a drink. I'm like, yo, I ain't never drank in my life, innit? And he's like, just trust me, you like it, man, you like it. Like, he's like, no, that was it. He's like, you like it, and we also want to have fucking, like, if Z gets loose, man, like, if he gets a bit tipsy, it's going to be a party and a half, innit? And I was like, you know what? I'm on it, let's fucking do it. So I did drink a little bit, right? Stuff for love. And I'm sharing out my sins here, but I'm just giving you my experience as well. And I remember this really well. I drank, right, and I went to go for a piss, right, and as I opened the door, there was a girl called Jess, and she was just sitting on the toilet with her underwear down, her trousers down, and I was like, oh shit, sorry, but she was crying at the same time, so I was gonna close the door, and she's like, Z, can you come over here? I'm like, I'm not washing your ass here. I'm just covering my eyes. I'm not washing your ass in it. She's like, no, it's cool, just come, because I need some company. And I was like, this is weird, but when you're drunk, it sounds like a good idea. It's fucking not drunk. When you're tipsy, it sounds like a good idea. So I sat down, right, on the bathtub, like, on the edge of the bathtub. And I'm just chatting to her, and she started telling me how she's ugly, this and that, and like no one likes her, and how she got really emotional, And I realized to myself right there and then, I'm like, yo, this drinking shit is not nice, it's not nice. It's not a cool thing, It's like I don't want to feel like I'm ugly. I want to feel like I'm good in it. Like, I'm feeling good. I just want to be good in it. But then, like, obviously, you learn that she had a bit too much to drink in it. But weird thing. Have you met SC in real life? Both of you guys are dope. Why does everyone want to know if I met SC in real life? The motherfucker lives around the corner from me. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, we live in the same city, right? Where I did my pre-reg for pharmacy. It was literally like next door is a chippy that he used to go to, innit? And so yeah. Everyone's so interested if I met SC. No one's interested if I met fucking Brad Pitt. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Brad Pitt. Drinking with, yeah, it does. I think that was it. I had it again when I was at uni. And the guys at uni, they were like, yo, we need Z fucking lit off the fucking chart. They're like, do you want coke? I'm like, I don't do that shit. Like, the only drugs I'll take is just marijuana. I don't take anything else but weed, right? I was really against that. I ain't taking coke. No, I'm not fucking sniffing that shit. It's very common anyway. Blueberry Kush, Skywalker OG. Yeah, bruv, you know what? For me, it's Cali. Cali Orange is the one for me. Yeah, I bet you two guys are related. Sinkiza. Fucking Andreas. Dank, SC, and NGR, trio of Gs. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. So, Yeah, so I remember I got drunk in it, and I got drunk. It was the first time I got properly drunk. Fucking, I was like 21. Was it 21? Yeah, I was 21. And like, I don't even know what happened the next night. I woke up with a banging headache, like a horrible headache, and like in this apartment that I don't have no clue where the fuck I am. Next to me, there's a girl next to me, right? And like, and I looked under the covers, and she's fully naked. I'm like, what the fuck happened here? I don't know who she is. So kind of had to peek over, right? Like lift, kind of got over and had a look at her. Like, is she pretty? I was like, yeah, okay, she's cool. And so then I looked at I was like, where's my phone? Where's my phone? My phone is on the floor on the other side. So I go over to go look at my phone. And on the phone, I got loads of text messages like, yo, dang, did you go out with that? Did you fucking... It's like, did you go out with that girl? Did you go out with that girl? Like, I can't find you, this and that. Dang, like, you're fucking, you drunk is the best thing ever I've ever seen in my life. Like, loads of messages like that. And I'm like, this is not good, man. This is not good. And I realized one thing there, right there and then. I'm like, hang on a second. I'm going to be a professional. I'm going to be a professional. I can't be doing this shit. And that was it. Packed it away. Never touched it again. So, drinking to me is really bad. And also, my stamina went down. I felt like my stamina went down. I can't run then. Like, for like a day or two. Like, I used to run quite a lot. I was really into my fitness and whatnot. So, I used to do, fucking 5-mile run? Like, I used to do 3-mile run in 15 minutes. Put it that way. So, Cali smoke in a bear market. Bruv, Cali smoke anytime, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's the entry technique, and we just waffled off a little bit there. Sorry about that. So, now we're looking at fucking... What time is it? 12 o'clock, damn. Fuck it, now. We're gonna do fucking... Smash the likes, by the way, guys. Appreciate the love, everyone. So, we're looking at Bitcoin, right? Give me a second. Yeah, cool. So we're looking at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is coming to that 24,300 area, right? So now we need to talk about the bearish. Let's do the bearish and let's do the bullish, right? Let's do it one more time, okay? Because I've kind of lost my train of thought because I've just been chilling too much. What the fuck am I doing, right? So we've got all this here, right? We're looking at this area here. Now the bearish is this. So let's just draw this out. I'm going on the 15-minute time frame, and I think we're... And I want to talk about this as well. Fucking hell, man. Right, let's just focus on this, right? Let's get this over and done with, right? Because this is going on longer than I expected. I do apologise. If you guys are enjoying this, do smash the likes. I really appreciate that as well. Okay, cool. And I'm just going to put a circle here, right? For obvious reasons, right? I'll explain in a bit. Now is this, right? We've got another range. This is the range we're playing at, right? This is the range we're playing at. The range is this, right? Why did I circle this? This is Monday's high, just below it. I think Monday's high is right here. You see how fucking the cameras again, fucking bastard. One second. Sorry about this, guys. I'm actually really enjoying chatting to you guys, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's just fucking, yeah, camera all time. No. Yeah, it's really lit just to chill with you guys and just chat, man. And do you know how cool it is to just sit down and spend like my morning with you guys? Like, to me, that's a beautiful dream there, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. I mean, if you guys don't like it, I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry, but it's all love though at the same time. There we go, we're back on. So, I was saying that this circle bit here, bro, I bought new batteries, fam. I literally bought new batteries. They're fucking new ones. I spent quite a bit on that as well. It's just, I think the camera, I don't know, man. Thank you, Tom. Really appreciate that, man. It's the same for us. Oh, Rack, appreciate that, man. Oh, bless you. The only time, so Rack, right? I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. I'm assuming it's probably a dude. I'm not too sure. I'm not gonna assume anything actually. That's bad. But like, Rack goes. The only time I have a smile on my face these days is during the streams for real. That's a really beautiful thing, man. I appreciate that, man. Bloody hell. No one should feel like that, to be honest. That the only time you have a good time is on here. I think we should always have a good time. We should always be blessed and whatnot. But it is what it is. I understand it. Life is a bit tough as well. But like I said, if you guys want to message me, if you got some problems going on, you just want to chat, my DMs are open on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter at TraderDank. If you guys don't even know, this is it profile. This is my Twitter at TraderDank. Right? Hit me up. Send me a message. Right? It will go to like another inbox there, and I'll check it out, and I'll respond back to you, man. I'm pretty good at responding to fans and whatnot, not fans, family and whatnot. At 9 PM in Melbourne, fucking hell, man. Bedtime for you, brother. You got school tomorrow? I don't know, I'm messing. Work tomorrow, is it? Fucking Friday tomorrow, which is nice though, I gotta say. So yeah, so that's Monday's low. See how we're holding this, right? We're holding above it. It's working exactly the same as Monday's range that we talked about, right? We're capped at this high. This is sort of hold of support. If we were going to break down, we should break down, take out these lows over here. Well, see how we took out these lows here? We should find resistance to break it, come back down. The fact that he held back into the mid-range, if you were shorting, you had to cut it. You'd be a bit more relaxed, right? So now I'm looking at this one. To me, right, the magnet in price is here, the range high. It's always going to be the magnet in price. When you're playing at the mid-range, you play mid-range to range low, mid-range to range low. Sorry, mid-range to range high, mid-range to range low. That's what you're playing it. That's the main key levels you're looking at, right? Those two areas, right? Now, to me, we're looking to come up here, pop into here. Now, and that for me will be with the end of my trade. End of my trade, we'll see how it goes. Do we reclaim above it? We don't know. But the shortest scenario is this. If we come into this area, right, and they do its thing, right, if wants to hold above it, the moment we step back into this, right, you see this breakdown here? This will be my entry to take a short, target 1, then we look for target 2. Okay, that's target 2 there. Mid-range. Has to be the mid-range. Probably take some profits off there, of this block over here, and then target 2. If we lose target 2, right, if we lose the mid-range, that's my opportunity to compound back to target 1 into this area. Well, I'll definitely see how we go in this area. Why? This is Monday's high. Because what could happen is we could retest Monday's high and hold above it and reclaim the mid-range. And this was just another deviation of the range. Okay? But if we do lose Monday's high, that'll be the next set of targets. Why? Because we're playing in this blue box of consolidation, which happened back in 2020. And that's as simple as that. It's literally, what we're doing right now is actually predicting a range without even having a range. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit of a tricky one, but when you have a previous range from before, you bring it over to here, and then we can see how its price is reacting, and you can see it's quite clean. It's very, very clean. It's not choppy. It's not like the mid range is respected, which is good for me, right? So that's the shortest scenario. Okay, if we lose Monday's low, then I mean we got to step into Monday's high. So one second, there was another one over here. Also, you look, see this here, this area here, that's consolidation. After 50 minutes, I can already pick that as consolidation. See, price is capped. We got a deviation here, we got resistance, a deviation here, we're finding resistance. Do we get back above it and take out this high over here, and then so do we do something like this? Take out this high here. So because look, we already did a stop run. To me, it's coming back down. Because we did a stop run, I think we'll come back down to here, to this area, at least to this one as a retest. And if it retests, then we can play it this way. Off we go. Right, that's what I'll be looking for, right, in terms of a plan. But we'll talk about the long plans in a bit. We're talking about short plans. The short plan is this. So you see how you got this low over here, this low here, right? If you want confirmation, right, and it doesn't even go to range high, not a problem. If you want confirmation, this is all a range bound environment. The moment we come back down here, lose this low here, acts as resistance, for example, that's your opportunity to enter the trade, to go down to this low here over here, right? So this area consolidation over here. So let me just draw a line. This over here, and we'll take out that over here. No, I'll say probably, yeah, I'll say come off here, this area. Keep it nice and simple, nothing too crazy, right? That'll be target 1 and target 2. That's using a range bound environment over here, just in a small time frame. It has to be very short and simple there. But I would look at taking profits over here. That's what I would look at. And extending targets will be here, right? And then if we lose this low, then we go a lot lower. We bring back the range, the quarterly range. But I think it's bullish. I think we go a lot more higher. Okay, so but that's the bearish play, right? You can play there. Okay. Now, in terms of the bull market, right? Bull market. In terms of the bullish play, I need to fucking read those lines again. 1 second there, guys. But delete all this shit. Draw the fucking lines. Not drawn accurately, but you get the point. I'll draw the fib in a bit, just give me a moment there. Right? Now, the bull market is this as the bull market. Fucking, I keep saying the bull market. The bullish play is this. See how we got here? Right? This area consolidation. Right? Now, and at the same time, where's it reacting? At the 75% of the range. So we don't really need this block over here. All we do is if we come back up and hold above it, now I say that's my entry. I'll target this. That'll be target there. And I'll put a stop loss here. Like I put a stop loss there and I play it up here. That itself, how much of an R is that? I think that's probably a 1 hour trade, to be honest. Have a look. Long position. So I enter right here. Stop loss over here. Right there. Yeah, it's about 1.1 off. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's little scraps there. Okay. So that's what we're looking for in terms of a breakout play. Now this way it gets interesting, right? Just remove some of these. Okay. And the breakout play is if we break above, hold above it, off we go. 26.8k, and then we look for the 28.6k. I did the 28 thingy. Let's say 28.1. In terms of the targets, I'll show you quickly one more time. Go to 1 hour. No, let's go to the daily. I delete all this shit. We're targeting. Let's target this one over here first. We're targeting this low here, right, and this low here. That's where we'll be targeting. So price has to come back up, reclaim, come into this area, and that's it. That's where the expansive play, and that's just the consolidation for the breakout expansion there. Cool. Everyone understand that? Yeah. Someone asked me about Fibonacci. How do I draw them? So if I go to the Fib retracement tool, draw my Fib retracement, double click on it. Right. Go to settings, styles. It's 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and 1. That's it. It's simple as that. Cool. So that's that there. We're looking at, let's look at Ethereum quickly. Ethereum looks really fucking bullish though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, and on top of that, so Ethereum is an interesting one now. Okay, so what's happening? Let's do a quick review on Ethereum. So the view is literally this. So this was a range band environment on the weekly. Price range band in this area. What we had is a clean smash. Right, so it's consolidation, breakout. Do we get the retest? Probably not. Let's go for a lot more higher prices, right? So it's an interesting one, right? So that's the range band environment over here, right? That we broke out on the weekly. This was enough to say, yeah, we can put a invalidation, like, well, on the daily, probably on the 4 hours, you probably see. This was enough to say that I could take the trade. Now, then once we broke this high, this is enough for me to say that I can actually look for an area to add, because once we break above this high, it's all good. And now we're going a lot more higher prices now, all right? Well, it's like, do you remember I said to you 1440, right? Was the key 1440? What was special about that? This around this area here was the previous all-time high in 2018. Now, ideally, what I would like is a retest and then break up there. That's what I would have liked. But looking at Monday's range, it's looking kind of mad. So Monday's range, right, is interesting. We are still within Monday's range. I'll show you this, all right? So that's the high, and that's the low. That's all it is. The fact that we're still here, found resistance above candles. We'll see how the daily close, but we'll see how it is. If we break above it and hold, we go a lot more higher prices, right? We'll work out higher prices in a moment, okay? If we start breaking down, we start going lower prices, at least to the mid-range over here, and at least to these highs there, and maybe into this area here and there, okay? So we'll see, work it level to level, we'll see how it goes, okay? So that's Ethereum there. So we're looking at Ethereum on the, let's go on the hourly, right? So I'm gonna have to work this out now. Give me a second there. I'm just going to make this nice and simple for everyone over here. Right, so 18th, this low here was Monday's low. This high here is Monday's high. Right? Let me just draw my fucking lines back in 1 second. Yeah, perfect. And then let's do this. This is the mid-range, and this is the 75% of the range, and this is the fucking 25% of the range. And here, let's extend this over there. Done. Happy days. Cool. Let's focus on this. We're finding resistance on the blue box. We'll talk about it in just a moment. Not so much important really, but it's at the this mid range here. We'll talk about that in a second. That's the key bit here. So, fun fact: 40 is how many minutes there are in a day. Oh really? Fucking hell, Eco's on it. What's it? Is my internet troubling, or there is a lag in the stream? I don't know. The stream's okay. I think it should be okay, because the upload speed I've got is pretty decent. Alright, so Ethereum is this, right? So what we've done, look at this high here. This high, we haven't taken out this high here at all. Do you know what? I want it on the 15 minutes. Sorry about this, guys. Fucking hell. On the 15 minutes. 15 minutes makes it much more pleasant. This low. Because you can see more data, and it makes more sense when I start talking about certain things that's happening. Right, cool. Everyone gets it. And that's that there. Alright, cool. So you see how, like, if I'll draw this high one more time, because this high here, if we reclaim this, right, if we break out of this, that's bullish. The bullish scenario is that for me to be bullish right now, right here and there, we have to come back up here. The moment we take out this high, close above it, and then hold support, that's my area to enter. And I'll say I'll put a stop loss probably around here. I'll put a stop loss there. No. I think I'd go wider. I'd go slightly wider over here. That's where my stop loss would be. Reason why, see this? Held their support. So we tapped it into it once, tapped it twice, tapped it 3 times, and finally reclaim a 35%. Looks strong. Okay, but all we've done so far, all we've done so far is literally just taken out. We're just going into Monday's high. Yeah, I think we can't reclaim Monday's high, because we can't reclaim Monday's high is not so good. But this is how I'll be looking to actually enter the trade for a long position right now. Targeting will look. If I was to target it, what would I target? I actually don't want to lose this level over here, but I can do it back in a bit. On the 1 hour. Yeah, I'll target these areas here. So first target will be here at 16 at 1664, let's say 1660, 1650, and the second one, put it there, and the second, that's it. Give me 1 second. So I'm gonna listen. I'm on the stream right now, live. I'll speak to you in a bit, okay? Everything alright? Yeah, sure, cool. Allez, como finimos, téléphone toi. Allez, c'est there. Bye. Like I said, there are certain people that I just don't miss their phone calls. So I'm like, they're phoning me at this time. Just let me see what's up. But yeah, really here, right, what I was saying is, first target I say in this area of consolidation, this little area of consolidation there, that's where I would target number 1, and then the second one will be off these lows of here, so literally about 1720. So that's the bullish play from there, and then from there we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's the Ethereum play for the bullish play. Now if I'm looking at more of a fucking bearish play, this is how I look at the play. Okay, let me just try and fit this back in, right? Because fucking fucked it up, didn't I? That's the high there. So the low is around. Oops. Yeah, let's just say this is the low, right? It doesn't really matter. You guys get it. Okay, cool. We'll get very pedantic. There we go. That's it. So that's the low. Okay. Now, if I were to play, right, I see for it to break down, right? So problem is, right, now I look at this low here. So yeah, I'm just gonna widen this out so you guys can see it, right? Don't worry about this, just focus on the level. It's the level that's important, that's all that you need to worry about. You don't need to worry about the price action. We've done all the hard work in terms of all the bullshit there, okay? So the level that we're talking about here is this, right? So level to level, okay? That's what we're looking at for. Now, if you look at it this way, right? The following day on Tuesday, we took out the high in it. We're finding resistance here. Now, if I look at this, right? Look at, let's make this block over here. So where is the low? The low is one here. That's where the low is. Price is grinding into here, which to me it's not scary, but it looks bullish. Price shouldn't be grinding into this block here at all, right? If it was to be bearish, we should find resistance, resistance, resistance. Because look, we make a high there, and it gets lower and lower. So if you look, if I draw a fucking trend line here, draw a trend line there. From there to there, you can see that it's getting lower. So ideally what would happen right now is that if price were to retest, it should retest off here, off this line at least, or even the block itself, but not taking out these highs and then break down. Which is why I'm kind of leaning towards bullish. But we've got the plans for the bearishness, right? For bullishness, so you guys can actually keep an eye on that. Now the bearishness is this, right? I need price to come back down, find resistance, take out this. Once you find resistance, then I'm like, alright, then cool. This is my this can be my trigger, right? I'll say a hard stop up here, well, a stop loss over there, playing it level, target 1. This is all consolidation. This all is consolidation. So I'm being very, very careful because we could come back up and hold above it, or we can come back up and then get back into this and then play back down here. So be very careful. Let it come back into this below the blue the box itself. Below the box, that's when you can say, yeah, even if it's spiked up there, I say my stop loss is over here and come back down. Wherever the high is, that's the stop loss there. Okay, and then I play it to level, back into the mid range. The mid range hasn't been retested at all. Hasn't been retested it, and from there we'll see if do we hold above it and gain back up, or do we lose this back down to 25 and into range low. That's as simple as that as it is, right? But be very careful. If we come back to the mid range and we hold above it, right? I say cut the trade, swap it down to longs, target 1 there into this area of consolidation. See if we can reclaim the area, right? And then go back to target 2. There we go. Bob's your uncle. Off we go. Well, actually, I say target 2 will be here, off this, because it could be a retest and sell off there. That'll be target 2. That'll be target 2, and that'll be target 3. Everyone gets that? Cool. That's really as simple as that in terms of Ethereum and Bitcoin. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go through a couple of charts in terms of smash the likes, everybody, as well, man. Thank you so much for actually being on the show. Really appreciate this, man. Had a bit of a technical difficulty in the morning. Kind of pissed me off. How much do you take off for each level? It depends on it. For me, like, let's just say, like, if I'm playing it to mid range, I'll probably take 20% at the thingy, at 20, 30, yeah, about 20% at that at one level. And then the mid range, I might collapse the whole trade. But I tend to watch my trade. Well, I'd say it's not about how much you take. That's not the question, Eco. That's not the question you should be asking. What you should be asking is, where should I take profits? Because how much you take is entirely up to you, right? As you grow through experience, right? Because I might take 20% off one level at the 75% of the range, but then the problem is it holds bullishness, and now and I gotta cut the trade. Now I only took 20%, and the problem is now is that the gains I'm gonna get is a lot less than if I had taken more. So it's a hit and miss. It all comes down to experience, but I would say stick to a number, like whether you want to stick to like 25%. Or 50% or whatever, or 10%, stick to that number, but monitor your trade. Actually, don't do 10%. Do minimum 20% and more. Cool. So looking at the charts in terms of everywhere else, right? Let's look at dollar for a second, right? Dollar has been broken down, right? Looking at dollar, you see this? This is a range band environment over here. Had this range band environment. This level here. It's interesting. I'll show you where this level is from. We found resistance of it, which is really good. Daily, no, weekly. From this low here, you see this low here. This low is an SR. This price did the low, come back down, finds resistance, a bit of a deviation, then sells off. So if we're gonna find any sort, if we're coming back up into here, we can do whatever we want to do, but we should find resistance and sell off. and off we go. And that's your confirmation, off we go. Now, the interesting thing about dollar, right, is that when dollar goes up, S&P goes up. So S&P goes down, right? Tends to go down. It's like an inversely proportion. S&P is the stocks, isn't it? Same with Bitcoin. Dollar goes up, Bitcoin goes down. Dollar goes down, Bitcoin goes up. And what's happening right now? Fuck off. Yeah, what's happening right now is that dollar is now breaking down. I'll show you. Right here. Look what we did on the daily, on the weekly. We wicked into it. We wicked into this box there, right? Delete that for a second. Wicked into the box there, and that's all we did. Nothing else. So break it down. It's a flat body candle right there. Now what we need to do from this low here, we need to find resistance, break down, and I would like to see us come back into this area. 104. Ideally, I would like us to do this. If I go on the weekly, right? Fuck, sorry about that. Ideally, you see this, right? That is the first line of support I would expect, right? And if it holds above it, and I think this is going to go back up and step back into this area here, right? But if we lose this level, we do this level, we can retest this area here, might reclaim here, and then go back up and come back into there. But we need to look at each level as it is for what it is, okay? So then delete this, but ideally, see, this is a range bound environment. That's a deviation. That's a deviation. That's a deviation. Deviation. All this is support over here. So ideally, what I want, if we are in a bear market across the board, right? What I would like for dollar is to do this, right? We had the consolidation. This is the breakout. A retest off this 100.39. It can retest off here. It can retest off here, or it can retest off here. Hold above it and break up, and let's go higher to go for higher prices. That's what I would like to see. If that happens, you know how what the drill is. We're monitoring Bitcoin at the same time. We're timing it with Bitcoin, timing it with Ethereum, and ES, and we're going to cut the trade whenever it's possible for longs, okay? And we switch bias when the time comes, okay? That's that. Looking at fucking ES. Look at the daily. You see this, right? What I've got here is literally a range bound environment. Okay? You guys can catch it. So far, we've taken out the highs, right? You can see. We'll talk about it in a brief discussion in just a moment there. Let's close this off. All we've done so far is literally we lose. I wanted to hold this level. What I've got here is 2021's range high, 2021's low, right? So that's my range, and then I got the mid range there, and that's 25% and that's 75%. Okay, simple as that. Nothing else too complicated. And all I've done over here in this area here, actually that's not right. Oh, well, that's a range bound environment over here. What I want us to do now, right? We're above the monthly open. It's bullish, right? What I want us to do is reclaim this level here. This level here is about 39 or something like that. Let's say 39.40. Reclaim this area here, hold above it, break. Then we can start targeting this area here, and then we can see we can target this area here. So that's target 1, and that'll be target 2. Simple as that. And if we break down this area, I'll see us. We'll go level to level, right? So ES is still looking strong. We've had a very strong day on ES yesterday, so it's literally just doing its thing. I mean, we could just retest off Monday's high. If I just delete all this and just zoom in. Fucking camera's fucking on me as well. I'm gonna head off in a bit as well. Never mind. Yeah, so if I just mute this. You guys can hear me very well, yeah? So what we got here on the 4 hours. Yeah. No, it's on the hourly. Yeah. What I've done is from 25% to the range low, and I've just got my range bound environment over here. Okay, does that make sense? You can see, fuck off. You can see that's resistance, that's support. As long as we hold this level here, we're bullish, right? There's sort of like a deviation there. It's coming back for a retest of this. That is Monday's high. Okay, So if I just draw this a bit more neater for you guys, once again. Cool. Right. This is Monday's high, right here. There. And that's Monday's low. Okay. The mid range is approximately where the fucking 75% of the range. So ES can do its thing. If it breaks down, right, cool. I can enter a trade. That's my trigger to here, target 1. See if we can go to target 2, and then from there go to target 3. That's how I'll be looking for it. And it's just then all we've done is just a range bound environment. Once at any moment, if we hold the mid range, right, and we start reclaim Monday's high. If we just reclaim, yeah, if we reclaim Monday's high and show bullishness, then I say, yeah, let's go back to range high and take out this high, and this will be my confirmation to play higher prices back to the areas I was talking about. And here we go. So yeah, it does. The thing is, the fact that we come back into here is like, well, let's have a look. I mean, if I were to break it down in simpler terms, let's just remove everything off here for a second, and I'll just make this nice and simple. So looking at this, right, to me it's this. So if I look here, I mean, the confirmation for me to short will be here. That's the thing. You see, it kind of sits in. This is a block. This is the last hourly candle that's in the market. Well, we did the stop run, then we send it back down, right? This here is Monday's high, so we could still be range bound into this area, which I'm saying, like, if you were to come back up here and break down, I'll say target 1 will be Monday's high itself, or the target will be Monday's high, taking out these lows here, and then so yeah, which is about the mid range. Yeah, that is a fucking hell, man. This is about the mid range. Can you see that? That is approximately the mid range there. It's about here, there. That's the mid range over there of this block itself. So we can hold above it and reclaim this. If you reclaim this, take out this high there, that's your long opportunity right there. I wouldn't enter a trade just yet in terms of a short myself. What I would like to see is come back into this area here, break down, and then enter the trade. I can enter a trade here with a stop loss above this blue box over here, off this high over there, playing it to target 1, target 2, and I'll see how it goes there. See how it works out from Monday's high. Step back into Monday's high, and then, I mean, like, look, you don't have to step into back in Monday's high. You just fucking, if you just do something like this is my confirmation. If you just break down here and find resistance, that's my confirmation. Stop loss above here, off we go. Go to target 1 over here, and then we go to target 2, and that is literally Monday's range. We're playing Monday's range, and we're looking at SRs and stuff like that. That's what it looks like to me. But I'm seeing, to me, it's a bit of a tricky one. It's a tricky one. It is a very tricky one. I have to see how it works out. Let's look at the 4 hours for a second. You see this high here, right? This is what makes me think that we want how much of it, we won't go down too deep, is because we closed above there. That close of there tells me, okay, it was cool. But then, like I said, I've highlighted the block. If it breaks down below, then I'll be like, right, then that's my confirmation. I am looking bullishness on ES itself, and Bitcoin, X, Y, and Z, and Ethereum as well. So looking a bit more of what's the most smart play there. If you look at ETHBTC as well, it's going to pull back from the mid-range. So I'll show you this. This level here, right, is a range bound environment. Done it before, do it again. Range bound environment, and all we've done here is a deviation, step back into the range, so come back to the mid-range. Deviation, step back in the range, back into the mid-range, right? Now the question is, do we break above here, come into this area here, and then this, and then that? That's what we're looking for. That'd be target 1, and that'd be target 2, and that'd be target 3. That's what we're looking for. So we're bound to have some sort of pullback on ETHBTC because we're at the mid-range. We're taking out highs over here. It's all good there. But this here has all thin movements there, and we haven't retested this consolidation over here. Doesn't have to, but if we find resistance and breaks down, then okay, we're gonna go a lot more lower. So I'm being a bit cautious at the moment. I am in longs with BTC. I'm just gonna play as it comes, without risking too much here as well. Once we get more of a clear movement or a clear consolidation, Then we can have a look at it. Look at the 1 minute. On which one? Which chart? You guys enjoying this as well? You guys are learning something? But yeah, man, I like to see this one. I like to see this here, this blue box retested, and then see if we can break out, come into this area, this red line, and into this here. That's what we like to see on ES. Okay, let's have a look on ES, and I'm gonna call it a day, guys. All right? ES, on the 1 minute. Let's go on the 5 minutes first. See what's going on. All right, cool. Let me delete all this shit here. Okay, cool. See, I think it's coming after 10 minutes. It really is. The 10 minutes is making more sense. You see why? You see this block over here? That was the opportunity to short there. See how we come? See, you put your stop loss there. See, when we broke down, we come and retest it once, twice, sell off. That was the opportunity to short there on the 10 minutes there. Which means that we can actually come back. If we break down below here, that's when I'll be playing it. Now, I'm playing it for lower. Now, looking at the 1 minute, let's have a look at that. 1 minute. Let's have a look what we got here. So we have come into this area here, taking the stop loss us equal lows. Oh, okay. This is long to me right now. Right now it's so long. You see here? Come into this. Right. What I would like to see, if we, I'm trying to figure it out. Give me a second, guys. This low to this high. Mid-range. Okay, so that's for the mid-range. So then, what I'd like to see, if we hold here, I'll say, yep, I'd enter long, target 1, target 2, right? For on a 1 minute. That's what I'll be looking for, and that'll be my entry there. My stop loss would be around here. That's what will be around there. And just right off the bat, and then if we break above it, we can come back in and retest. But retest where? Let's have a look. So if I just hide all this shit here, let me delete that. Right, and let's hide this. That's what I want to see is this. Even on the 1 minute, it's very, very clear that we had an opportunity to short right here. So look. Okay, I got it here. This candle there. On the 1 minute, it showed us really, really nicely as well, and you can see it was making lower prices as well. So see this high there, it was just making lower prices all the way down. Let's just call it like that. It's like that. No, that's not right. But yeah, that's an opportunity to short from here, breaking it down. Even to come back to here, we lose this low here. See this low here, and that was acting as resistance. That was also your second opportunity for confirmation. This was your confirmation over here. All this was your confirmation. We could put a stop loss there, playing it for lower prices, and you could have still made it all the over here, taking out the equal lows there. But to me, I think it's looking quite strong at the moment on the 1 minute. It looks quite decent. Interesting. But I'll have to see how we reclaim this. So if we take out this, for example, see this high here? That's where it looks like it's coming to. Reclaim this, play it next level, target 1, target 2, target 1, and I'll say that'll be target 2, and then we'll see if we can come to this area here, target 3, and that'll be a scalp play. I mean, I would enter hoping, yeah, that's what I'll be looking for. That's what. So on the 1 minute time frame, it's showing me that it was still good to go. We're just having some sort of deviation from the 25% of the range. But yeah, that's it for me. Matic. I'm in a long on Matic as well. Let me show you Matic quickly. You're gonna love this. Right, Matic on the 1 minute. Let's go on the 4 hours. Look at this bad boy over here. This is a range band environment. Look at this fucking beautiful range band for over a year, right? Range band over here. What we had a deviation there, we had a deviation here, we have another deviation, we step back into the range. If we can reclaim here, I'll look to add longs and tighten my stops. Target 1, target 2, and then target 3. 2 and 3. And that's what we'll see how it goes there. So Matic, I think, look, target wise in terms of Matic's like 119, I think like over this area, and 116, 159. So that Matic looks really good in my opinion. Really, really strong. Yeah, it's still. I think the short play on the 15 minutes is actually legit in terms of ES. It's just on the 1 minute. It looks quite good in terms of a more of a bullish play there. But yeah, that's Matic for me. I think quite happy with Matic. I entered Matic around. Where did I enter Matic? Delete this. 1 hour. I know. It was before, it was on a Sunday, but look. So I think around this area, just on the range high itself, about this. I think we broke above it and held it. I saw the bounce twice. That was it. I saw the bounce twice and during Asia, that was it. And now I remember this on Sunday. So range band environment from here to here, this low to around approximately this high there. So what I saw was price got up, held it once, came back twice, and I entered around here. I'm like, alright, cool. My stop loss is over here. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Matic is sick. STRT, you mentioned that a few times. I'll check that out another time as well. I mean, I'm gonna have to go though. It's 12:40 for me as well. So I really appreciate you guys actually hitting, being in the show with me and chilling out and whatever. But I'll catch you tomorrow. But yeah, have a good Thursday, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. See you later. Bye.